Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us today. My name is Leo Gebbie. I'm an analyst with CCS Insight, and I'm joined by Ganesh Swaminathan, a VP and GM for the wireless infrastructure business at Qualcomm. It's great to see you today, Ganesh.
Great to see you as well, Leo. Thanks for having me.
Not at all. Well, looking forward to hearing the latest news from Qualcomm today. I'd like actually to kick off by talking a little bit about Wi-Fi 7. It's a technology where we're seeing a huge amount of focus at the moment, and I'd be curious to get your perspective on what's happening in that space.
You're absolutely right. It is getting a lot of focus, and it's actually super exciting to see that technology transition happen in the space. Wi-Fi 7 transition is happening super fast. You could see almost all smartphones seems to be launching with Wi-Fi 7 across the entire portfolio, and this means only one thing for consumers: better user experience, better connectivity, and better services. Right? From Qualcomm's perspective, we have been at the forefront of this transition. We announced the product set 3 years ago on both the client side as well as the infrastructure side of things. We have well over 650 plus designs across retail, enterprise, and carrier market segments across all regions. The technology is definitely making a huge leap in terms of user experiences for customers, and we're glad that we're part of that journey and driving that by our leadership in these product lines. More recently, we have seen broadband service providers start to bring a lot of these products into market. Notably, the most recent launch with us has been with EE in the UK, where they brought their Wi-Fi 7 Smart Hub Pro gateway to their consumers. We're super excited and look forward to seeing more.
Excellent. Well, so in terms of the broadband area, I guess the question for me is what's coming next, and what's the next technology that we should be thinking about? If I had to guess, I'd imagine the answer could be AI, given we're seeing such heavy focus on this at the moment from Qualcomm, which is really working hard to establish leadership in this area. Is that a correct assumption?
Your guess is absolutely correct. Qualcomm has been in the forefront of AI for well over a decade plus of research and innovation, bringing that into products. We have been driving the notion of on-device AI with actual product sets across different tiers of product lines. And we're excited today to actually bring a lot of that pedigree, but to the edge. So the platform that we want to announce today is the Networking Pro A7 Elite series of platforms on the access point, which brings AI to the edge. And when we envision of AI, especially at the edge, we look at it as in two different ways. First, it's all about your experience in terms of what wireless connectivity brings to you. So we call that as the network AI element of the platform. Then there's the super exciting generative AI portion of the story, which we're super excited to bring the platform capabilities to drive value-added use cases for our customers. And we'll talk more about those later today as we go along.
Okay, excellent. So this really feels like quite a significant step change where we're seeing AI introduced in new ways into this platform.
Absolutely. We see this as an essential shift, if you will, in the networking industry, especially of bringing the power of AI to the edge is a new paradigm, so to speak, in the industry of bringing that capability to the gateway and to the enterprise access points.
Okay, so what really is it that sets this platform apart from what we've seen before in this area from Qualcomm?
Yeah, so when you look at it as a platform, we look at it as not just chips or software. We look at it as a complete platform, end-to-end, not just from silicon to cloud, but also in terms of within the silicon, bringing capabilities across the fiber access, across Ethernet, across the Wi-Fi subsystem, a powerful CPU, our front ends and filters. So the Networking Pro A7 Elite brings all that hardware elements together along with the necessary software stack. But that's not all. We've topped it off with our AI coprocessor, up to 38 TOPS of NPU capability based on our Hexagon NPU platform. That's going to bring this value of generative AI to the home. And that's what the Pro Series A7 Elite is going to bring to the table.
Okay, so let's talk about what this means from a compute perspective. What exactly is the significance here of bringing AI to the network?
Yeah, so when you look at the journey that service providers, for example, they have been looking at it beyond just providing connectivity in your home or what new technology to bring from a broadband gateway standpoint. They have been looking at investments across the network, be it on the infrastructure side, be it on the access side, or being it on the gateway. So it is natural that people start looking at it on where to bring the power of AI, and the value of AI, it can be at many different places. Where we plan to enable the service provider's journey is bringing AI to the edge. We envision this to be a paradigm shift in terms of how service providers will bring value to their customers, add value-added services to their offerings, and eventually improve the user experience. And that's what we believe is a fundamental shift that service providers can bring to the table.
Okay, what are some of the use cases here in terms of this technology? Where will we see it resulting in new uses for customers?
Yeah, we see plenty of different use cases, and our customers are going to envision a lot more than I could imagine right now. But off the top of my head, I can talk about a use case on security. For example, we all have access points in the home or in the enterprise, multiple camera feeds that are feeding in what's going on around the home or the enterprise. If you can imagine a scenario where a lot of those processing actually happens at the edge, in this case on the access point or the gateway, without sending things back to the cloud, and that will give you an immediate responsiveness and a latency that matters in terms of be it an intruder detection or some kind of a video surveillance services in an enterprise setting. That's the power of what AI, by having the processing at the edge, can bring to the table. Another use case I could imagine is about the personalization experience that you have today on your smartphones. Now we can think about taking that personalization for the entire home. Right? Imagine a scenario where you can actually bring those personalization across all the devices that as you walk into a home or walk into the enterprise, it's more personalized. This experience is much more adapted to who you are as an individual. And that's the power of AI that can be brought to the table.
Yeah, it certainly feels like in the smart home, that personalization element is something that will be really, really beneficial. But are there other benefits of this technology we should be thinking about?
Yeah, smart home has been there for a decade, right? People have talked, written about it, and have brought capabilities to the home. What has always been missing, though, is the collective intelligence of how to make these devices work well together, how to bring that collective intelligence and tie it back to the personalized experience you and I as a consumer desire. And that's the shift that we believe with the Pro Series A7 Elite platform we could bring to the table. The idea here is to not only provide personalization, but not compromise on privacy, harmonize the experience across the various ecosystems, and then delivering that in a reliable and deterministic manner.
Okay, so for your partners, for developers, for people who want to work with the A7 Elite, how exactly are they going to engage with this platform?
Yeah, so in addition to providing the silicon to the cloud, we talked about from a platform perspective, the idea here is to open up this platform and be a much more open, programmable, software-defined platform. In fact, we have been on this journey for the last 2 years with the advent of all of our Wi-Fi 7 platforms are open, programmable, and software-defined. So for us, AI is a natural extension to that approach that we have already been bringing to the market. So we envision customers are going to not only take our platform, but also start working from a developer framework perspective, engage with us on the AI Hub. So with this, I'm also announcing that Network Pro A-Series Elite platform is going to be part of the AI Hub that Qualcomm announced earlier in the year. There's well over 100 plus pre-optimized models that can be run on this platform that developers could just log in, download, optimize the model on our hardware, and then bring it as a value-added application.
So how do you anticipate then that broadband service providers will be using the A7 Elite to actually then deliver improved experiences and offerings to their customers?
Yeah, we envision them to see this as an edge compute platform, which enables them to bring more services and create newer business models. Specifically from a consumer standpoint, we would be able to see offerings that are much more tailor-made for you, much more personalized while not compromising on the privacy, be it content services, be it security offerings, or be it personalized smart home assistants. The opportunities are endless, and that's what service providers can offer to their consumers.
Okay, well, it really feels like then with the A7 Elite, what we're seeing is a real step forward here then in terms of this area of technology and investment for Qualcomm. Ganesh, thank you for taking the time to talk about the new platform today. Certainly sounds like a really exciting development from Qualcomm, and I'm sure we're all looking forward to seeing it in action.
Yeah, super exciting, and thanks for having me.